with the safest picks.
Match point buat Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Satu game kemenangan lagi, mereka bakal jadi juara dari Mpl Philippines. Sedangkan Aurora baru 1 poin. Berarti ini adalah game yang kelima ya teman-teman ya. Apakah reverse sweep is real dari tim Rora? Atau ternyata memang ini bakal jadi game 4-1 guys? Let's go, kita lihat aja.
Because it's gonna be auto pick for the side of Fnatic Onyx.
That's right. And if you're Aurora, there are very clear-cut bans are still on the table. Number one, you still want to ban out the Luoyi.
Chip di ban tuh, Luoyi di ban guys, kelihatan di atas palanya tuh guys ya.
Ban out the chip on red side as well. Or maybe Aurora goes for something really nuts and leave the chip open.
No, you shouldn't. You cannot against a team that did very well with the chip and has great macro as Coach Wolf mentioned
Makan
earlier.
singkong goreng pas hujan mantep kok, wih asli.
You cannot give the Luoyi as well. And this time, interestingly
War asap tuh ya dari singkongnya kalau dibelah. Gila enak banget tuh, Cok.
Edith has already been picked up by Fnatic Onyx Philippines and this is such
Gila kapan terakhir kalau makan singkong goreng ya jadi pengen.
Because they gave the Suyo and the Harith to Aurora.
And you know what? I don't mind it because the Edith's win rate just speaks for itself. No matter where you throw it.
Bang, drapnya mana bang? Matilda, Suyo, Juxin, Gatot. Bang, drapnya munculin lah bang. Gak kelihatan bang, kita udah mulai record ini bang. Video bang.
Fnatic Onyx Philippines because you counter, again, the softest counter, close to hard counter to Suyo is the Alpha. And then at the same time, you ensure that there will be no Phoveus is picked up there by Rora because they have the Alpha. You take away the Edith as well from Aurora, plus Eve on Super Friends, again
Astagfirullahaladzim, Grafik kagak dimunculin. Tuh. Suyo, Harith, Rafaela, Edit, apa tuh Moskov ya? Edit, Moskov sama Yves ya?
Man, Rora standing by the Rafaela here.
Oh, Alpha buat tombak soalnya. Masa ya lihat trapnya dari layar bang? Dari layar panggung bang. Beatrix di ban guys, Beatrix.
So if you're Aurora,
pengen lihat Cok Lius di gambar Adrewing. Ini nah kita pose nih gak bakal ketangkep lagi nih gak bakal ketangkep no. Awas aja kalian klik terus kalian tag Adrewing ya. Jangan guys, jelek guys.
I think they are going to be considering Cho. Fantastic ban here, by the way, by Aurora to take away the Beatrix. If they still give that Beatrix,
kalian nggak se-facehang itu kan? Aman.
Yeah, Vexana is the one that they're actually gonna stop on the mid, so that's a very curious ban.
Vexana di ban. Bang, kamera jangan goyang-goyang bang. Kita mau lihat drop bang. Sumpah bang, tengahin ya bang, tengahin, diem bang. Nggak apa-apa bang, gitu bang. Ini kagak muncul bang dropnya soalnya nih bang. Kita lihat dari panggung nih bang.
That you want to do if you have an Eve with you.
Yeah. So right now the Valentine still open? For Yue. I think they're
satu lagi yang bakal di ban.
Yue Valentina once again for the side of Aurora. Although the Faramis is still.
Aku tidak bisa mikir, Cok.
Yeah, difficult right now. Looks like the lineup of Aurora. If they want to maximize control and pokes, they might actually even consider picking up the Aurora. But right now the mindset of Aurora might actually be we need a real world manipulation too.
And the real world manipulation actually
memang Harith nih kalau udah jadi ngeselin sih kayak tadi Kelkra ya. Masalahnya bisa nggak dibawa ke late game ya? Tapi mereka ada Rafaela ini biar slow effect-nya nggak muncul. Tapi kalau ada Rafaela kayak gini dipakai assassin, nangis Cok.
Whenever he was casting the real world manipulation the previous game, he was always out of position because of the dives coming in from Fnatic Onyx. There was the Gatot Kacho, but in this case, Gatot Kacho was actually banned by Fnatic Onyx, so there's no Gatot.
Yeah, we have to remember
Bang, dropnya bang!
Has 14 victories with the Edith. If I'm not mistaken, that's only 16 or 17 games in total. So
sumpah,
that's 4 losses.
Grand final ini bang, grand final dropnya bang.
With that Edith. That is the signature of Kirk this season.
Aku mau lihat drop bang, grand final ini bang.
Mr. Consistent Legend Zero here. There's just no other way around it. The Edith win rate is off the charts right now.
Tigreal Cho still.
Mereka butuh badan guys. Dari Selaka.
You know, if Aurora has it, just pick up a.
Gue jadi nggak bisa ngeliat apa yang udah di pick sama yang di ban sama sebelah gitu. Bang, tengahin nih bang, gak usah goyang-goyang situ kamera. Weng. Mabok bang, mabok. Nah gini, stop. Nah Terisla di ban kan tuh, nggak bisa berarti Terisla. Cecilion guys.
Okay.
Mereka mau main late game banget nih Roranya. Early-nya udah enak kuat banget di kiri dong ya. Angela nggak sih?
Problem that Aurora has, they lacked a little bit of that long range. And
nggak bisa guys, nggak bisa guys kalau
This has
itu.
more damage, less control, but the control will still be there. Paired up with a Rafaela, good repositioning, and I think they're going to be packing a Purify with it.
Diganti lagi kameranya.
Really needs to be a tank later for Edward.
Who's that big tanky boy you're thinking about, though,
Again,
guys?
Barrett's.
Big tanky boy. Or XP.
Or maybe even a Bene tank. That could actually go for the backline, especially for the Eve.
Well, we'll see. It feels like a very
Here comes the Cho.
sharp sword, but the defense is not that high. And here's the picks. Cho and Click.
Lagi ngepick diganti kameranya.
Really great drafting choices right now by Fnatic.
Gak tahu itu dia pick apa dua terakhir. Allahu Akbar, astagfirullahaladzim. Udah mana drop kagak ada di bawah.
Here's the S-band, right?
Lihat dari layar, ini layar panggung diganti kamera mau ngelihat itu yang di pick. Nana jungler tuh. Ah, coba McLean tuh. Main high ground soalnya Clean bakal susah dijebret sama Cecilion sih.
Grok XP, no.
Edward's laughing. I don't know why.
Yeah.
he's locking
Glue!
in. He's locking in an old pick. There
Glue
you
ya?
go. There's the glue.
Oke, itu glue guys, glue XP.
You were mentioning Renmar, someone tank.
Wah, draft kiri guys, 4-1 kah? Coba guys, polling guys, polling. Draft kiri gak sih?
But you know that
Itu glue
formation
ketemu.
right now
Emang sih dia nangkep Alpha enak guys.
That's exactly what it's gonna be like.
Early-nya
later.
enakan.
And the question is,
Oh,
can
tunggu dulu
Glue actually
guys.
get there? And let me
Sama
remind you,
kuat guys, early-nya guys. Kalau ada glue Suyo enak guys, early guys. Gold lane-nya sama-sama
No
scaling.
joke about it. I mean, it's nice to maybe smile about it, but everyone has been in
Sumpah
that
cok,
situation where
geda-gede
Glue
ini
goes
kameramen.
in
Sumpah, kepala
and he
geda-gede.
can't
Orang
get
kita mau
out.
ngeliat draft dia geda-gede
because
tadi,
he's
kocak.
getting melted.
Yeah, maybe that's where the Rafaela comes in.
Bukan kameramen sih itu yang mainin kameranya itu.
We'll find out later. Throw it over to this very exciting and possible conclusion for this grand final.
The lights are flickering faint. Can Aurora hold strong for the Thunder God's Wrath, pushing for one more game?
To Mobile
This
Legends.
is game 5 in the grand finals. Leo and Naisu bringing you the action.
Kok pernah makan pisang goreng campur sambal gak? Pernah. Kebetulan waktu itu di rumah Komasta nyobainnya. Wih, itu enak banget guys. Pas mana katanya waktu itu Ellen cerita sah? Pisang goreng sambal itu sah? Ingat gak? Makassar ya? Pisang goreng campur sambal itu khas Makassar bukan guys? Correct me if I'm wrong ya. Makassar apa Manado ya? Aku lupa guys. Sumpah itu enak banget guys.
I didn't expect to see UA on the Sicilian either, but maybe there's a master plan here for Rora to go ahead and utilize the tools they have. We're talking about sustainability, maneuverability, and also they can build.
Woi, kok gelap gambarnya bang? Allahu Akbar, grand final.
We're fine.
Tiba-tiba mati lampu tuh gambar. Itu kamera dimatiin apa gimana dah?
AKA Bruce Lee, the
Oh, nonton grand final jadi emosi nih. Ada Helker, Cok.
Our panel mentioned the possibility of
Tiba-tiba ada Helker.
from Edward
Oh,
just
Manado.
melting down on his
Okay.
attempt to penetrate through the lineup.
Yeah.
There is some truth to that, but I've seen worse. There are worse lineups that try and break through. Talk about lineups with the Faramis. Talk about lineups with a Valentina.
That's true.
Right? This is, an Eve still has to choose.
Nggak ada overlay guys. Kayak turma main warkop.
This is probably it's also the first time that
Allahu Akbar gua.
these come through.
Aduh.
There's that
Udah ngelus dada dulu dah kita dah.
Part
apa-apa,
of this
ayo.
also is the fact that, I don't know if Clint has done very well, like overall, throughout the playoff.
3-1 guys, 3-1 skor.
Confident enough to pick it up. We heard the bands break down too for the panel, so maybe this was just the option.
The gold standard.
Kayaknya API deh error ini guys. API-nya error
It
ini.
was the first one we doubted, and the first one to prove us wrong.
Man,
So
yeehaw.
here, this is yeehaw.
Yeehaw, Kelra.
Howdy. This is indeed the right pickup, especially since you want a mid-game scaling marksman that can definitely threaten you as Sicilian, which makes sense because the story of the series is Aurora in control constantly, and then they lose it.
Sama
in
kuat
the
sih
late
early-nya.
game, but they're gonna do it
Ditusuk
now.
tuh Glue. Udah kalau bilang guys, Glue kalau ketemu Alpha nangis, Cok. Wah, Demon katanya harus kabur. Udah. Buy one get two judulnya guys, dapat Turtle, dapat 2 guys, Edward sama Demon lagi. Mahal sih tuh.
Alright, well, to get to a good late game
Buy one
against
get 3 malah nih,
Fnatic
Purple
survive
buff
here.
langsung diambil nah.
And not with a
Logat
lineup
balik
like
keluar
this.
lagi
Look
nah.
at how aggressive Fnatic Onyx are. Look at this.
Ah.
Purple just disappears.
It's gone.
That's highway robbery.
Ini Logat balik keluar lagi nah.
And, It's the pacing that's being set here early on from Fnop. I'm wondering, like, how long do you need if you have this lineup from Rora to be able to catch up if you fall behind, right? Because we're talking about a lineup that does need time to build up, especially with a Sicilian.
You mean right now?
In that mid lane. Yeah, like right now. They're trying to catch up.
What's the harsh reality right now? I'd say third turtle. If my third turtle you don't find a way to recover, then you gotta have a plan B. You gotta have a plan Z. Because look at this King Kong coming in.
Ditabrak Rene J.
Getting melted himself.
Immune tuh, udah tuh, purify, domeng.
He might look for a counterplay, but
Edward mau masuk kah? Ada Brusco situ. Gak ada kick sih, tapi Brusco itu udah pakai kan tadi. Ya, match point Fnatic Onyx.
A full minute and 10 seconds before the shield goes away.
Yang baru join jangan lupa di tap-tap, jangan lupa follow yang belum follow. Makanlah itu Demon Kite-nya lagi. Ini udah mulai goyang kah nih Rora? Yang di YouTube jangan lupa like, jangan lupa subscribe ya.
How do you play against it?
They're making good time. Kirk just picked up the Thunder Belt about 20 seconds, 15 seconds ago. King Kong got his War Axe. And now he's going to steal away the purple. Oh, the beast is eating good. And suddenly the map has shrunk. I don't think I've seen a map this small in under 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is... You know, when we've seen this before, it was...
Turnamen Warkop daerah mana nih kau? Cimahi, kayaknya ini Cimahi nih.
Fastest game in the league so far, right? That was what, 9:34 I think it was. They played like this. Now, Rora can slow.
Nah, muncul baru MPL nih, Mpl-Ph. Iya, tuh tadi kan Cimahi itu turnamen Warkop.
Needs that time to build up. They're falling so behind so quickly. It's a little concerning here, Leo.
It feels like you're fighting gravity.
Look at
It's
Brusco.
like you're going down 9.8 m per second squared. That's the actual speed of gravity. And Fnatic Onyx are just pushing them down. Look, we haven't even seen a single real-world
Ulti
manipulation.
dong Turk ya.
And it
Dia
feels
mau
like
hajar turret
these
gak?
fights are non-starters.
Yeah,
Kira mau dicicil turret.
It makes you wonder, like, for Demonkind in his situation, when you have this Suyo.
Bentar, ini overlay-nya baru nih. Guys, hitungan turtle-nya nggak ada guys, sama hitungan beda gold-nya guys. Ini baru dibuat nih guys. Overlay-nya baru dibuat ini guys. API-nya error berarti. API itu yang bisa narik data dari game langsung. Ini baru dibuat ini guys. Asli ini baru dibuat ini, nggak ada API guys, nggak ada yang plus gold-nya, nggak ada yang dapetin turtle-nya, berapa jumlah dapat turtle, nggak ada guys. No, yang skor 3-1 aja, skor ininya guys. Ditulis pakai angka guys, 3-1 guys gitu guys. Kayak main futsal. Grand final rasa futsal.
A predator to not eat its prey.
Yeah, pretty much you're asking a lot here at this point.
Akan bercanda sama penonton.
Right here, right now, Fnatic Onyx Philippines 5,000 gold ahead.
Ini baru guys, overlay bener pakai API nih.
Nah,
dibalikin, sabar.
Itu udah buang ulti tuh.
Oh, dapat sih itu, Demon. Buset, Edward nggak dikasih napas. Tuker Kirk sih tapi.
Kirk does get traded though, 1-for-1, but the tier 2 going to be worked on here, and Fnop looking to take a tier 2 turret this early on in the game, as now the third turtle spawns up. Good push from Domeng though.
Wow.
Oh, they're going for the Holy Shield as well. They get that.
That's a massive resource that you need at what seemingly is 7-8 minutes into game 5. They can't just leave mid lane now. Not just is that a main
Bentar bang, menitnya mana ya?
Also a weak spot for Aurora.
Big weak spot, and look, they also barely hold on to the tier 2 on the top lane.
Mana nggak bisa lihat udah menit berapa nih bang? Tutupan nih.
Macro value that Fnop has gotten themselves up to this point. Hard to deal against if you're Rora here.
Ini konspirasi cok, biar kita nggak bisa ngelihat 90 plus 6. Itu 99. Konspirasi, cok. Anomali, cok. Allahu Akbar. Bisa gitu, bang. Nanti tiup fluidnya beda waktu, bang. Kalau gak ada menit.
He might just go for it anyway. Demon Kite will get the turtle. Brusco now joining the fight alongside Calra and Super Prince. They set up the death box, and Calra fires on off. King Kong waiting for the rest of the team, and Edward is a sacrifice. Rora will get the turtle, but they lose 2 bodies.
Too much to ask to get away with the turtle, to get away with a couple of kills. And I think Aurora just rolled themselves back. That was less progress than what they could have gotten if they just hunkered down. Oh, wow.
Look at Brusco.
He's making
Boleh Bang Brusco, boleh.
Yep. It's the new version.
Ah, tuh menitnya muncul tuh, menit 8 guys.
Turret, the best they can. Full force still up here. They want to force the fight. Spirit of Alpha on the defense. Even the split committed, and that's going to be nearly everything thrown just to defend.
Not just, they also committed the flicker. Mr.
Ini
Consistent
game bisa jadi game terakhir untuk siapa yang menentukan juara guys. Kita jadi nggak fokus buat ngeliat gameplay. Hari-hari emang ini streamer. Oh, tengah dapet dong. Zoning out, Brusco-nya udah buang skill banyak. Ada Cecilion guys sebenarnya. Ini high ground-nya kuat guys kalau ada Cecilion gini. Damage mereka magic semua kecuali dari Suyo hitungannya kalau memang mau fisikal. Sumpah 4-1 sini kayaknya kalau udah begini guys.
7,500 gold.
Asli belum ada lot udah ada BOD dia. Udah enak tuh Kelra.
It would be a miracle if they're able to secure this orange, and they're buying time for Doming. That's all they're hoping for. All right, they're able to push out Fnatic Honor. They're able to push out the Beast out of stealing one more.
Domengnya masih level 10 guys.
Fnatic Honor is setting up for the Lord.
The concerning thing to waiting for Domeng, and even UA to an extent, is once they get there, let's say once the stacks are there for UA on the Sicilian, you already got enough magic resistance here.
Kirk nggak lihat. Dia buang flicker tuh kena siapa-siapa. Mencret dulunya guys, ditembakin sama Kirk guys. Edit makin senang guys kalau ketemu hero-hero tebel kayak glue gitu guys. Ya ini Cecil mati ente guys, ini winning conditionnya Cecilion, udah gitu aja UE guys. Selama Cecil masih hidup mungkin gamenya bisa ditahan guys.
And Prince was more than willing to be a sacrifice. Looking at the item game here.
Gila bedanya 7.000 di menit 10. Cecilionnya COD Lightning. Udah ada Wishing Lantern lagi no si Super Prince ya guys. Pedes banget itu kena ke glue. 3 lane dimasukin. Apakah ini bakal end mid guys kalau dapat UE guys? Kita lihat nih, mau masuk ke nih Brusco nih. Flicker Brusco. Oke, yang disepak ke arah Edward. Gak bisa, udah pulang sakit guys, itu Cecilion sakit. Wih. Bom waktu ya, hati-hati ya. Onyx ya, bom waktu nih makin sakit nih Cecilion sumpah. Purify lagi kan, UE-nya kan, susah banget ditangkap itu. Ya makanya mereka mau main late game banget, mau main counter banget itu, mau main defensif dia. Makanya pakai Cecilion juga. Tembakan si ini sih udah sakit banget itu si Kelra. Ompong. Oh iya, aku sampai lupa. Thank you Dimas diingetin. Harus, gak boleh sampai di atas menit 18 guys. Menit 18 gamenya masih ada PR ini. Onyx makin lama makin PR intinya. Kirk holding on, has a flicker. They want to take this last base turret in. Kirk's gonna have to fight it out. Brusco goes in with the kick. They're gonna go in. Edward gets the grab. Kirknya dihajar sakit banget itu dia. Still breaking out of the fight. Renegade goes down. Awas King Kong diselepet tuh. Darahnya udah nggak kelihatan guys. Tinggal tetes terakhir.
for Renegade, and Rora stays in the game.
Susu si King Kong nikmat.
Yue shut down King Kong. Would have been a lot of gold swing over to Aurora. They're able to kick out Fnatic Onyx Philippines, keep this gold lead to a manageable 6,000, 7,000. I'm hoping that it claps back.
Susah.
But right now it's going to maintain an 8K gold lead, and still that's a
Ini nih.
massive amount of firepower you're missing out on. It's a miracle that Yue hasn't died. That's a testament to this.
Gak tahu, gue sih gak pernah minum susu King Kong ya. Lu anjing peras dari King Kong no. Gak digebuk lo sama King Kong.
They might want to go ahead and fight this out.
I don't know if this is the right thing to do. They're contesting.
Yeah, they are contesting right now. Even down 8,000 gold, is this really what Rora wants to do?
This is defiance.
Can they get an advantage here?
They're not taking this lying down. Lord here.
Susah nih, ikhlasin gak sih? Bang, kalau nggak cari space buat Demon Kite sih. 14-15 bedanya selevel. Bisa Pak Yur. Edwardnya ulti. Lord. King Kong emang retry-nya nggak ada obat guys. King Kong hilang, Super Prince hilang. Udah nggak sih bang? Udah bang. Wah jadi Lord giveaway. Bagus, auroranya bagus tuh. Diperangin kayak gitu tuh di ininya. Di Lordnya guys. Apakah seperti game ketiga bakal terjadi di mana Aurora bisa comeback guys? Sampai ke base gak nih? Wah. Edan, Kelranya diselepet, pedes betul. Gak bisa gak sih bang? Wih mau di-endgas. Wih itu. Boleh. One straight push guys ya dari Rora guys. GG. Gila keren. Bisa-bisanya comeback. 3-2 skor sementara. Emang sekali kita bilang susu King Kong, langsung gamenya comeback tuh. Nah, kita lihat momennya, kita far dikit guys ya. Di momen tadi tuh Lord guys. Mana nih momen Lord? Nih ya. Ini masih hidup semua guys. Edward itu disepak kan nanti nih. Nih. Gila padahal turret masih lengkap semua nih. Kalian lihat ya, turret masih lengkap kayak gini guys. Kecuali satu bawah doang guys. Ya menit masih 13. Nih, masuk ya si Brusco nih habis ini. Sabar cepetin lah. Udah cepetan. Tuh, Brusco masuk, dia flicker. Dia buang flicker, dia buang sepak kan. Di sini si Domeng free, Demon Kite-nya di sini, Yue-nya juga ke arah free. Kelranya udah kena selepet setengah darah. Kalian lihat guys. Sekali diselepet Yue, tadi Kelra setengah darah. Ini udah PR nih bagi Kelra nih. Masalahnya resource semua fokus ke arah Edward juga. Nih, Super Prince-nya dijauhin, Kelranya dihajar pakai Synchrovision. Dar, kena dia flicker. Di sini Lord dapat King Kong, tapi darah udah pada setengah kayak gini, ya kan? King Kong pun nggak bisa berbuat banyak karena dinaikin guys. Di grab guys. Gila rapi ya Roranya cok. Super Prince balik lagi ya. Sorry guys, aku lihat bentar guys ya. No, Super Prince dia balik lagi guys. Matilah satu-satu nih, PR lah dia. Sisa nih cuma 2, di comeback langsung. Gelo PH nih bos. Boleh.